Good no-look pass, Matthias Kaber.
Testing, 1, 2.
Good no-look pass, Matthias Kaber. Good no-look pass, Matthias Kaber.
Welcome, volleyball fans, here to this Friday night Conference Carolina semifinal between the University of Mount Olive, the 3 seed, versus King University Tornado, the 2 seed. We're here at Carnegie Arena in Mount Olive, North Carolina. Technically, King University listed as the home team on the left of your screen. They're just warming up now as the Trojans watch on, but this is a Mount Olive home game. Don't get it twisted. A lot of fans coming, a lot of students, faculty just coming to support this Trojan side. The Trojans need all they can get versus extremely good King University side. We're getting to national anthems here in a few minutes. The Trojans coming in 15-6, 11-3 in the conference. Beat Belmont Abbey in a 5-set thriller in the quarterfinals to be here tonight. King University 17-11, 11-3 in the conference. Have not played since April 9th, where they beat Mount Olive 3-1 at home to clinch their way to the semifinal. It forced Mount Olive to play in the quarterfinal. Like I mentioned earlier, Trojans took care of business and are here tonight. North Greenville beat the visiting Emmanuel College Lions previously to book their ticket in the finals. Who will be the next team to play North Greenville in the Conference Carolinas Championship Final? It's going to be a close one. I'm Michael DeLeo. I'll be here with you for the duration of this evening contest. Both teams looking ready from the start. It's an intense atmosphere out here. Both teams staring each other down as the game was starting. Who will be victorious? That is what we'll find out here tonight as we are almost set for the American National Anthem. Once again, I'm Michael DeLeo. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Trojan Sports Network, partner of the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
My name is Riley Berry, and I am a senior elementary education major at the University of Mount Olive. Through the university, I'm also enrolled into their flight school, where I hope to have completed my private pilot's license by the end of August. I chose to get my pilot's license because of all the great opportunities that aviation can bring into someone's life. Through aviation, I hope to meet new people and make connections and always continue to soar to new heights and continue to challenge myself. For anybody who's a little nervous or skeptical about the process, the flight instructor here at UMO, Mr. Gary Whaley, does a great job of making you feel confident and prepared for anything that aviation will throw your way. I cannot express to you how exciting and how much fun this process has been for me, and it can be for you too. I would highly recommend the University of Mount Olive's flight school to anybody.
Hey everyone, I'm Gary Whaley. I'm the Director of Flight Operations for the University of Mount Olive, and I want to tell you about Trojan Aviation. Trojan Aviation is our flight school here at the University of Mount Olive, and we're located at the Mount Olive Airport. We provide training for private pilot's license, instrument rating, and also a commercial pilot certificate. We would love for you to come out and check our flight school out and come out and learn to fly. I believe everybody should have the opportunity to learn to fly. And if you want to experience that, you can come out and just do a discovery flight. We can take you up for just a few minutes and see how you like flying. And then if you're interested, it's very easy to sign up. We just fill out some paperwork.
Welcome back, volleyball fans. We're getting the starting lineups going out here for you as both teams line up. No national anthem set. Mount Olive Trojans getting their starting lineup going out here. We're going to start with number 3, the 6'5" senior Luke Visgitis from Pennsylvania, followed by his twin brother, number 4, the 6'5" senior Eric Visgitis, Pennsylvania. Also the number 7, the 6'6" senior Jared Ferguson, all the way from New Zealand. And then number 9, the 6'4" senior Toby Aziz, the Australian national team product. And then number 10, 6'1" senior Tyron Gillespie, also from New Zealand. And number 21, 6'7" junior Pedro Gonzalez from Miami, Florida. And then the libero, number 14, the 6' junior Trevor Trezor. The head coach for your Mount Olive Trojans is going to be Ali'i Keahoho. And the away starters are now going to be for the King University Tornadoes. Number 4, the 6'3" senior JT Depp from Wisconsin. Then number 5, 6'6" senior Joshua Kim from California. Number 6, the 6'4" senior Aaron Milstead from Virginia. Number 7, 6'1" redshirt junior Suetonius Harris, and all the way from Virginia, the number 14, the 6'6" sophomore Kellen Kennedy from New York. Number 23, 6'3" redshirt sophomore Jack Sorosky from Florida. And then your libero, number 8, Noah Melendez, the 5'10" senior from Puerto Rico. And from the left of your screen, you see the King fans extremely animated for their home crowd. Remember, King University listed as the home team in this matchup as they had the number 2 seeding come into this one, the Trojans, the away team. But this is Carnegie Arena in Mount Olive, North Carolina. So hometown Trojans feeling at home, of course. This is the lineup they've been going with the last few games. We'll see who can be victorious and book their ticket to the conference championship final here in Conference Carolinas. King has a small bench out here today. Trojans with a few extra on the bench. We'll see who can kind of get into this early on. Who's going to be the star player for both teams? Who's going to pull away from the group and get things going? Something to mention is the twins, Luke Visgitis, Eric Visgitis, as well as a 6'6" senior Jared Ferguson, all named first team all conference for the Trojans here. And then third team all conference going to senior Toby Aziz and Tyron Gillespie, as it will be Jared Ferguson to serve to get us started as he sends it over. Pass, set back across to Kim, kept alive. Jared over to cross to Toby Aziz. And our first point for the Trojans. This place gets loud. We have a replay of that one as well. It's going to be interesting to see if this place can really help the Trojans just get that extra momentum early on with the crowd on their side. As Jared Ferguson comes to serve again. The New Zealand senior will float it over. Going to be passed across and powered home by Kim. That'll even things up at 1 apiece. Sarnowski going out to serve as we have a replay. Sarnowski, a great setter here for King University. As the left-hander floats this over. Ferguson back across to Luke Visgitis. It's going to be popped up, kept alive in the air. Back set to Kim. Into the backcourt. And the Trojans take an early 2-1 lead. This place is booming right now. A lot of folks in front of you on the camera and behind me. Fans still trickling in here to Carnegie Arena to support the Trojans. It's going to be Toby Aziz to serve. Toby Aziz missed about 6 games in the middle of the season dealing with hip and knee pain, but seems to be back into things as he sends that one long and wide, which will even up this contest at 2 apiece. He was named to the third team all-conference one of the best players in Conference Carolinas and nationally as well. King's going to have a lot on their hands to deal with, but it's going to be number 5, the 6'6" senior Joshua Kim to serve. Good pass. Ferguson to Gonzalez. It's kept up in the air. Sent back across. Ferguson back sets across to Luke Visgitis. And that just misses out of bounds. A lot of fans from King making the trip from Bristol, Tennessee. This is going to be a close one all the way. The last time these two teams played here at Carnegie Arena, the Trojans won in a 5-set thriller. King University getting their revenge on the road in a 3-1 4-set victory to end the season. As Luke Visgitis goes wide once again, and another point to the Tornado. Head coach Gayohoho just asking something of the ref right now. And head coach Gayohoho asking if this is the correct score. And everything's going to be okay. They're just checking the score to make sure everything's good. A little confusion on the board as the Trojans have a chance here to get a point back, and they do. Tyron Gillespie off the blocking hands of JT Depp. Depp unable to put that one over. That's not an easy ball to deal with from Gillespie as he hits it hard off the block and out of bounds. It's going to be now number 21. The junior Pedro Gonzalez to serve. He tosses. And Gonzalez, we saw him last game struggle deeply from the service line. Just throwing it a little too high at the moment. Trying to get a lot of power on it. It's been a little bit inaccurate to say the least. We'll see if he's able to clean that up tonight though as he takes a seat on the bench. As the twin now, Eric Visgitis, first team all-conference, checks in. The sophomore, Callan Kennedy from New York, getting ready to serve. Serve from Kennedy. Aziz passes it to Ferguson, back across to Tyron Gillespie. And Gillespie just slipping on that one. Unable to get a good timing on it. And Kim and his Tornado side loving the early 6-3 lead. This is going to be a fight from the get-go, ladies and gentlemen. Who will be victorious as the serve comes across? Ferguson back set. And that's more like it from Luke Visgitis as his brother, Eric Visgitis, comes over to hug. And can we just talk about how impressive it is that two twins are playing here at the collegiate level, the Division I volleyball rankings, and both making all-conference first team. The twins have been playing their entire career with one another, and safe to say, success comes their way when they're on the court together. As that quick set will be hit back over, free ball. And no doubt about it from the 6'1 redshirt junior, Suetonius Harris. Harris jumps through the roof. We've seen it time and time again this season. Can't allow free balls to go over for him, as he'll pretty much hammer them home every chance he gets. As Depp now sends over the serve. Ferguson back across to Gillespie. He'll have to tip it over. Defense sets for the Trojans. Kim gets denied. No chance as he runs into the twins at the net and gets absolutely stuffed. Great job there by the Trojans as they now find themselves trailing by 2 with Tyron Gillespie up to serve. Ball's floated over. Czernowski back across. And that finds the back corner. Once again, Harris just leaping above everyone. Only comes in at a 6'1 stature. But the 6'1 redshirt junior making light work of the situation as he now floats it over. Pass over to Ferguson. Quick set to Luke Visgitis. Eric Visgitis, sorry. Look so much alike, it's hard to tell the difference as they both hammer in points early on here for the Trojans. We're going to have a replay of that one as well. Trojans feeling good right now, stuck to. Both sides giving it a good effort. King University playing with a 2-point lead as Eric Visgitis just sends this one over. Czernowski back across. And just an excellent play there by Harris. It looked like he was just going to have to send a free ball over. We're going to have a replay. But the defense of the Trojans was caught cheating in the middle of the floor, and he just finds the corner. And that'll give the King University a 3-point advantage early on. Serve comes now from Milstead into the net. And Trojans will take as many of those as they can get here. And I think what will answer who wins this game between these two sides is who has less errors. Who will be the team that plays cleanly, doesn't allow easy points to slip by them. That's truly the question in the air as Jared Ferguson now sends a top spinning ball over. Sarnowski quick set, out of play. And the Trojans get one more back. Key players for this contest for the Trojans is going to be number 9, Toby Aziz, 171 kills. He's second on the team, though he's already missed 6 games. And then Jared Ferguson, 734 assists, is second in the conference in assists. But right now, that's a big kill from the 6'6 sophomore Kellen Kennedy. We're going to have a replay of that one again. Kennedy, that 6'6 stature, he's extremely muscular player as well. It's definitely hard to read his jumping ability as well. As it comes through, Aziz passes it to Ferguson. Back across. And don't see that often from Ferguson. A little bit of an errant pass as he tries to go cross court to Luke Visgitis. Trojans still down 3 here. Who can get the opening set win and kind of take control of this contest early on? King University looking good as the serve comes through. It's going to be a free ball over. And right now, King University playing with a 4-point lead as head coach Kehoho calls a timeout. And that will bring us to break here on the Trojan Sport Network.
Next hometown grocery store? Then look no further than Piggly Wiggly. Newly remodeled and ready to serve you, Piggly Wiggly of Mount Olive has an expanded hot deli, serving some of your favorite Southern classics every day of the week. Piggly Wiggly offers locally grown, fresh produce and top quality meats hand-cut daily. Don't forget to check out our weekly specials, including 10% off for all University of Mount Olive students, faculty, and staff. The Pig is your one-stop grocery store from eats to sweets to making sure all your healthcare questions are answered at our pharmacy. Make sure to use our new speedy self-checkout lanes and sign up for Pig Perks. So come on down to Piggly Wiggly, located at 615 North Brazil Avenue. Piggly Wiggly, down home.
Welcome back, volleyball fans, as we're back on our way. Serve comes over. Ferguson back set to Aziz, off the hands. Falls in, and a big point for the Trojans. Great one-handed backward set from Jared Ferguson, Mr. New Zealand, doing his thing early on here. One of the best setters in the conference, and understandably so, won the first team all-conference honors earlier today, along with the seniors Luke and Eric Visgitis. As Aziz now to serve, just floats this one over. Set across, off the hands, it'll be kept alive. It's going to be a high set the net. Tyron Gillespie comes in, hammers it. It's going to go into the fans. And oh boy, that's a big point for the Trojans. They get a big one back after that timeout from Keohoho as we have a replay. Alihi Keohoho, the head coach of the Trojans in his 4th year. The Hawaiian native played a year and a half as a player coach at Durham University in England before coming to the University of Mount Olive. He attended California State University in the CSUN Conference, where he set the single-season record for digs in a season as the Trojans get another big point. We're going to have a replay of that one. He also obtained the all-time record in digs for in a season, and he has a vital part of the team who in 2010 made it to the Final Four in the National Championship Tournament. Some fun facts about Keohoho. His favorite movie is Love and Basketball. Favorite TV show is How to Get Away with Murder. And his favorite food is sushi. As that serve comes long and gives another point to the University of King. It's going to be now the California man, the senior Joshua Kim, to serve for King University. Serve comes. Good job to keep it alive. They're going to have to send a free ball over. Trojans will set defensively. Off the hands. Aziz over to Ferguson. All the way. And once again, Ferguson just off the mark as he screams into the air. Head coach Gahoho just applauding his team on, an extremely calm individual. He trusts in his players here for the Trojans quite a bit as Kim comes to serve. Back set all the way across to Gillespie. And Gillespie right now on fire. We're going to have a replay of that one, understandably so, as the Trojans try to fight back and even up this score. We're about halfway through this first set. Right now, though, the Trojans playing well early on. Gonzalez to serve as he'll just float this one over. Tarnowski back across and out. No, and they're going to call that in. But it will be changed. Good call there by the assistant official. The official on the bottom right of your screen. Not exactly sure why she called it in, but she called it in. The ball hit her, so maybe she thought she interfered with the play. But the other official stepping in, the Trojans get another point. Good job there. As now Gonzalez comes to serve, hits it over. Tarnowski back across to Harris, into the net, and the Trojans tie this one up. Fans on their feet here at Carnegie Arena. Understandably so. Fans still trickling in, starting to fill up the seats behind me of the camera as well. As the serve now coming from Gonzalez. The fans chanting Pedro. And once again, Pedro, Gonzalez just a little bit off with his serve. He's a beloved individual here on the team. Great guy. You look at him, the 6'7" stature, 7'3" wingspan. You think he's a scary guy, but arguably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. As it's going to be up at the net, Ferguson back across to Gillespie. It's off the net. It's up. And Trojans get another point. King University, Mount Olive, they're in a battle right now. It's stuck 15-all. Let's see how this continues going forward. Luke Visgitis to serve. Who will take the 16-15 lead? Serve comes over. Kim over to Sanowski. Back across to Harris. Kept alive by Trezor. Back across to Aziz. He'll play it into the backcourt. Harris has to hit it back across. Free ball over. Trojan set. Quick set. Net violation and a Trojan point. Nerve-wracking here early on in the first set. We know these two sides have gone back and forth all season, like I mentioned. Trojans beat them in a 5-set thriller here in Mount Olive earlier in the season. Then on King in Bristol, Tennessee, King University pulled out the 3-1 win. And once again, service errors for the Trojans hurting them. It comes back to that question. Do you just hit the ball over and get something to play with, or do you go for the perfect serve? It's one of those things in volleyball. Depends on the coach. Aziz over to Ferguson. Kept alive. And the Trojans get a break there. A little bit of miscommunication between the libero Melendez and Kim. Trojans up one here. It's going to be Gillespie to serve. He'll float this one over. Harris up at the net to Sorowski. Back across to Harris. And Harris just jumps through the roof. We're going to have a replay of that one. Harris extremely impressive right now, keeping his side in this as he's going to be up to serve now. Aziz over to Ferguson. Back across to Aziz. And ladies and gentlemen, write that one up, as that's going to be a kill for Mr. Toby Aziz, and deserving a replay, understandably. Substitution coming in. We're going to have specialist for the Trojans coming in. Number 20, Jack Yerksa. He's a great knuckleball server. We'll see what he can do here for his side. And he floats this one over. Surowski back across to Kim, off the hands, out of bounds, and that will tie this one up. Kim, the 6'6" individual from California, doing extremely well right now, and King University has been extremely impressive early on here. They ended as the number 2 seed, right above the Trojans. And that's why this 2 and 3 seed matchup is here underway in Conference Carolina playoff semifinal. Who will meet North Greenville in the final tomorrow night at 6:30? Serve comes through. Pass over. Quick serve. Going to stay alive. Back to Toby Aziz. Off the hands. It falls. And folks, there's just something to Toby Aziz right now. He's playing with what we saw earlier in the season as we have a replay of that one. We're going to have another substitution into this game. It's going to be Jared Ferguson to serve. Trojans up 1 right now. This Trojan side came into the season favorites to win Conference Carolinas. Will that be the case here? Have to win this matchup to make the finals. King University will make it difficult all the way throughout. As Ferguson tosses, and we'll just send it over. Sarnowski back across to Kim. Off the hands. Falls down. And thank you very much, Pedro Gonzalez says as he screams into the air as we have a replay at that far side block. And look at the timing on that one. Just picture perfect as he brings it down. Jared Ferguson to serve. He kisses the ball. He tosses. And floats this one over. Sarnowski back across. Down. And Toby Aziz says, let's go. We're going to have a replay of that one. Fans are on their feet here as the Trojans have a 3-point lead in this opening set. As that's going to force a timeout from Ryan Boer, the head coach of King. That'll bring us to break. You're watching the Trojan Sports Network, part of the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
A proud supporter of UMO athletics and proudly serving the Mount Olive community since 2015 is the home of the original pan and stuffed crust pizzas. Download the app where you can take advantage of great local deals. Sign up for Hut Rewards to earn points towards free pizza or place an order. You can also visit us at pizzahut.com. Order ahead and use our convenient pickup window. Pizza Hut of Mount Olive. Open for delivery, carry out, or dine in. Contactless available.
Welcome back, volleyball fans. That was Ryan Boer, the head coach of King University, calling that timeout. He's in his 13th season as head coach of the men's program. He has been the female head coach the previous 3 seasons. He won 3 Conference Carolinas Coach of the Year awards and has helped guide King University to a 3-peat of the Conference Carolinas Championship with the men program from 2017 to 2019. And we're going to resume here with Jared Ferguson up to serve. Ken Boer and his King side get back into this one. Sarnowski back across to Kim. Kept alive. Toby Aziz ascended into the backcourt. And what a play by the Trojans. And they take a 4-point lead here at Carnegie Arena in this opening set. Job not done, though, for the Trojans. Job not done. And can the Trojans finish this one out? King University will try to do different as they are stuck 4. Ferguson over. It's in the air. Sarnowski back across to Harris. Straight down. And Toby Aziz and Pedro Gonzalez shaking their head. Ain't no doubt about it, they say. We're going to have a replay of that one. King University have to go on quite a run here if they're going to want to get back into this one. Trojans chant breaking out here at Carnegie Arena. As Kim over to Sarnowski, back across, out of play. And the Trojans are 1 point away from taking this opening set. As Jared Ferguson's going to get galloping around the arena here. Trojans liking this early on. King just look a little rattled. Fans are on their feet. As a set point at the line. And that's going to be called out, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about that one. Oh boy! King get a lifeline. Ferguson over to Luke Visgitis, and it ain't gonna matter. Trojans pull out the opening set win, 25-19. And we're going to have a replay of that one. King University a little rattled here. That'll bring us to break. Trojans up 1-0 in sets here at Carnegie Arena. Trojans won the opening set here at Carnegie Arena in the semifinal of Conference Carolina playoff action. We're going to have a replay of the winning point from the Trojans there to end the opening set as they take the first one 25-19. King University started off well, got up to a 4-point advantage before head coach Keahoho called a great timeout, got his side under control, and the Trojans never looked back from there. Trojans will come out with the same lineup as well as King University coming out. UMO chants breaking out here at Carnegie Arena. King University is listed as the home team, but of course not a home game for them. They have quite a few King travelers from Bristol, Tennessee, but still greatly outnumbered here at Carnegie Arena. As we're almost ready to start here in this second set. Another interesting thing to mention, the Trojans lost in the conference finals last season to the hands of Belmont Abbey. They just beat Belmont Abbey in the quarterfinals to get here tonight. And on the other hand, King University had their season ended in the quarterfinals last year to Mount Olive. So they're trying to get some revenge right now. They had their season ended to the Trojans, looking to end the Trojan season. But they have a lot of work to do here in the second set as the first serve comes into the net. And the Trojans garner an early 1-0 lead. Jared Ferguson to serve. Just floats this one over. Harris up at the net. And that's going to be a net violation, and the Trojans take a 2-0 lead. It's going to be Jared Ferguson to serve once again. Can head coach Keahoho and his Trojans get an early lead Ferguson to serve. Harris passes it over to Cernowski. Back across, kept alive at the net. And Pedro Gonzalez turns the wrong way, unable to find that ball and pop it up. And the point goes to King. It's now going to be Joshua Kim to serve. Key players here are going to be number 7, Suetonius Harris with 283 kills. He leads the team, as well as Joshua Kim, 227 kills. But Kim has missed 9 games this season. As a quick set back across, is going to be tipped over, kept alive by King. Back across to Kim, off the hands. And Pedro Gonzalez has to keep his hands a little tighter together at the net. Lets that one slip through as King even this one up at 2 apiece. A lot of fans and family. Sorry about that. The 2 Fs coming out to support the Trojans as this one falls. It's going to be kept alive. Harris will play it. It's going to be off the net. Sandwich stayed alive. Off the hands. Once again staying alive. A little bit of a rally here. Harris sends it over. Free ball up at the net. Net violation, and Trojans get the point. But what I was trying to say is a lot of friends and family coming out to support the Trojans, coming through to the airport here in Rowley, Durham. A lot of people coming a long way for this matchup in hopes the Trojans can make the conference finals tomorrow night. As the fans chant Toby's name, the Australian national team product tosses the ball and sends it long. Score at 3 apiece here. And it's going to be number 14, the 6'6" sophomore Kellen Kennedy to serve. Kennedy tosses. And he'll float this one over. Tries her over. Back across. Luke Visgitis just has to poke it through. Harris gets a chance off the hands. Toby Aziz over to Ferguson. Back across. Once again just having to send it over. Quick tip. Not working. Off the net. As JT Depp gives another point. And Ryan Booher complaining to the officials, thinks there was a touch on that one. I like it. He knows he didn't get it, trying to buy the next call possibly. A lot of experienced coaches. I mean, it's his 13th season here for King University. He knows how to win, as he's won 3 Conference Carolinas Coach of the Year. So he knows how to work the officials here and there. As the ball is sent over. Sarnowski back across to Harris. And Harris finds the line once again. And boy, has Harris been impressive whenever we replay that one. Jumps through the roof time and time again for his side. And hammering it home. As a serve from Depp comes over. Ferguson up at the net. Quick set. It's going to be kept up. But no play available there for King as they run out of room and real estate on the end line. And the Trojans take a 5-4 lead here in the second set. Remember, if you're just tuning in, Trojans won the first set 25-19 after being down 12-8 earlier in the set. As now Luke Visgitis, first team all-conference, comes to serve. Unfortunately for the Trojans, another service error. It's been a little bit disappointing so far here in this matchup, giving a lot of free points to King University. The Tornado will take all they can get as Harris comes up to serve. Ferguson, quick set. And oh my goodness, Eric Visgitis, folks, is known as one of the best quick set hitters in the nation. We see it time and time again all season. He just jumps before the set even comes and just able to find the hard court pretty easily there. As Harris over to Cernowski. It's going to stay alive. Gillespie hits it back. Bump set to Toby Aziz. It's going to be sandwiched at the net. Sandwiched once again and stayed alive. Kim will have a chance now. And Kim pins the line and gives his team a very important point here to even this one up. When those ones are kind of at the net and you see Toby Aziz there, you like to see him just put a little more power on it. Just trying to place it down on the court. Allowing for King there to get the point. As Aaron Milstead from Virginia comes to serve. A little bit of a wind in the building here on that one as that one goes wide left of the court. Fans possibly getting to the head of the King players right now. It's a rowdy environment to play in, to say the least. As now the other first-team all-conference twin, Eric Visgitis, comes to serve. It's a free ball sent over. And the Trojans get another point. We're going to have a replay of that one. And head coach Ge'ohoho rocking the Hawaiian flowers around the neck. Very proud member of the Hawaiian community. And just a great faculty member here and coach, mentor, whatever you want to call it. He's looked up to from many people. Always has a smile on his face. And trying to guide his team here to the conference championship for back-to-back years. As the serve from Sarnowski comes over. Off the hands, out of bounds, and Trojan point. The length there, the 6'7", Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. Miami, the 7'3" wingspan. Too much for King University at the moment. Not much power on that one, but able to direct it off the hands. As Jared Ferguson up to serve. Harris back across to Kim. And Kim doing what he does. Like I mentioned, missed 9 games this season, but has the second most kills. And we have a replay of that one for this King side. Kim from California, an extremely impressive individual. As he'll try to tie this one up. Toby Aziz all the way across to Luke Visgitis. And great block there by number 14, Kennedy, as he sends that one back where it came from. And we're knotted up at 9 here in the second set. Service into the net and another point. I mentioned earlier in the previous game between North Greenville and Emmanuel College, there's just something about Carnegie Arena where service errors become frequent. I don't know if it's the high ceilings here or the rails going around the building, the fan section, but it kind of confuses certain players at times, and they're doing so to Kim, as now the Trojans playing with a 1-point lead. It's up at the net. It's going to be close. Block from Gonzalez, and he gives the Mutombo finger wag as he says, no, 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 get that out of here, as he gets a big point for his side. Trojans up 2. Aziz up to serve. Aziz tosses. And he'll give one back into the net. And once again, it raises the question, especially in a playoff game where every point is just so crucial. Do you just put it over with enough power where it's challenging, but you make sure it gets in? Or do you go for the perfect serve? And I mean, I don't want to curse anyone right now, but another service error. That one, not the prettiest, didn't even hit the net going through, but that won't happen very often here from Callan Kennedy. A great server he is, as he'll go just take a breath on the bench as Pedro comes to serve. We'll see if he goes for power or just puts it over. It's up, kept up, out of play. And Pedro Gonzalez, another Mutombo finger wag. The 7'3" wingspan doing his thing as the Trojans take a 3-point lead. This place is buzzing right now. Trojans playing with momentum. Fans chanting Pedro. Harris, good pass, great save. Back across, is going to have to over. Aziz back across, over to Gillespie. And Gillespie mistimes that one. Good job here from King fighting back as they're now stuck 2. It's going to be Depp to serve. As he floats this one over, knuckleball style. Aziz over to Ferguson. And kept alive by King, who's going out of play. But Harris says, don't worry, I'll deal with it. And he gives his team another important point as we're going to have a replay of that one. Joshua Kim and Harris have 6 and 5 kills respectively. Aziz over to Ferguson. Back set to Luke Visgitis. It's going to be up at the net. Pancaked, down, point, Trojans. We're going to have a replay of that one. Trojans now playing with the 2-point lead. Head coach Ryan Boer still very calm, sitting on the sideline for his King side. He's in his 13th season. He's seen pretty much everything you can possibly see. He's seen teams come back from 2-0, 1-0, you name it. As the Trojans give up another point off a service error. And Harris will come up to serve with his team down 1. Harris sends it over. Back set to Garen Gillespie. And great block there by the 6'3" redshirt sophomore, Jack Sarnowski. The Florida man, we're going to have a replay of that one. The setter getting up and doing the dirty work as he'll tie this one up at 14 apiece. If I'm the setter, Ferguson, I just keep going to the guys who have been working. I mean, yeah, got to share the ball, got to keep things going. Can't be one-dimensional. But in a playoff game, you got to make sure each set is important. Can't play around trying things out. As the Let's Go Trojans try and break out here at Carnegie Arena. Harris sends it over. Aziz over to Ferguson. Back set. Luke Visgitis is going to pop it up. Kim over to his setter. Back across. Kept alive. Up at the net. Tipped over by Ferguson. Back set to Kim. And King University take a 1-point lead as Kim is absolutely hyped off of that one. Understandably so. King University up 1 now. They came back from 3. Is it their turn to take a set? As Harris comes to set. Serves it over. Pass up to Ferguson. Back to Gillespie off the hands, alive. Ferguson. Back to Gillespie again. And Tyron Gillespie, an absolute tyrant out there as he finds the corner. We're going to have a replay of that one. As a hardcore taking a beating here at Carnegie Arena. A lot of power on both sides. These two teams known for winning, like I mentioned. Coming into this one, Trojans 11-3 in conference. King 11-3 in conference. As Sarnowski back across to Kim. Off the hands. Set across to Aziz. He explodes. It's kept alive. Sarnowski back all the way to depth. Blocked. Out of play. And a King point. King University, give them credit. Came all the way from Bristol, Tennessee for this one. And they have a lot of fans. A lot of fans making the travel down. Always love to see it. Mount Olive, a home to a lot of great sporting events over the years. This one, no different. It's going to be number 3, Warren Davis to serve. Serve specialist comes in. And he touches the net. Toby Aziz keeps it up. It's up. Sarnowski, quick set, out of play. And the Trojans get a point. Oh my goodness, that's a big one as it's going to tie this one up. Is now Pedro Gonzalez, Mr. Miami, checks back in. Student section is getting in on King University at the moment. If you see in the center court there, right in front of the middle of the camera, they're chanting hard at the King University players. These Tornado athletes have a lot to deal with as it's going to be Jack Yerksa to serve. Serve specialist comes in, misses his serve. And he says, my bad on that one as he's now going to get checked out for Eric Visgitis. Trojans down 1. King University fighting and staying alive. Sarnowski to serve. And Sarnowski says, here guys, have the point back as he hits it into the net and ties this one up at 17 apiece. And just unfortunate here for King University. They're definitely going to have to clean up their serves if they're going to want to have a chance. It's been difficult for them so far. We'll see what Ferguson and the Trojans can do with an answer. Up at the net. Batted out of bounds. And safe to say, Kellen Kennedy wishes to have that one back, as that's going to get head coach Ryan Boer off the bench aggressively, not pleased with the simple errors as he says a few choice words to himself. He expects his team to be as dominant as these Trojans, but Trojans right now commanding as they're up 1. Free ball over. Kept alive from Harris. Back across. And a double touch. And that's going to be the libero, Nora Melendez, arguing with the official. And that's going to get Ryan Boer to come and argue as well. You can see King just extremely rattled right now. These players from King University definitely take after head coach Ryan Boer, who is an emotional individual. King trying to win this one, but Trojans looking to do otherwise. Trojans up 2. Harris off to Sarnowski. Back across to Harris. And Harris absolutely explodes from the backcourt and gives his team an important point. As we're going to have a replay of that one. And Harris, to me, right now is the key player for this King University side. If they're going to want to have a real chance to pull out this win and move on to the finals tomorrow night. Kim doing his best here too with 7 kills. Kim coming to serve. Good job by the Trojans to keep it alive. Out of bounds, no tip. And King University tie this one up. It is intense here, folks. I'm sure the noise on the audio doesn't do justice to how loud it is here at Carnegie Arena. Trojans fans cheering on the hometown Trojans. Pass up to Ferguson. Quick set to Luke Visgitis. And absolutely supermans that one. We're going to have a replay as he comes flying through. Hits it off the block. And they'll fall through for his side. Toby Aziz up to serve. Going to take a break. Here's Harris. Ties his right shoe once again. And to be fair, he's jumping out of shoes. No wonder he has to tie them back up. Explosive individual Harris is, as now Aziz comes to serve. He'll hit this one over. It's up at the net. Back across to Harris. Saved. It's down. Pancaked. Kept alive. Blocked. Out of play. And Trojans get their 21st point, ladies and gentlemen. What a job here, as that's going to force Ryan Boer to call the timeout for his King side. And that's going to keep us here on the Trojan Sport Network. I'll stay with you. And it was great to see all the fans, students, friends, and family out supporting the Trojans here. Trojans, yes, listed as the away team, but of course are the home team here at Carnegie Arena. King University have their hands full in this matchup right now. They find themselves down 21-19. But this King program is extremely talented. One of the best here in the conference and on the East Coast. We'll see if they can get back into this one. But Trojans feeling themselves right now. Head coach Geo Ho just talking to his players right now during the huddle just to say, keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused. Maybe if there's one thing to critique on, it's that first pass to the setter. Jared Ferguson right now, the pass is a little further away from the net than they like. And because of that, he's having to send a little far passes to the net. And it's just, they're more difficult passes. If you can get his sets in that money area, 2.5 spot, that's the best bet here for the Trojans. The Trojans looking good overall. They took the first set 25-19 and up 21-19 here, but job not done here at the University of Mount Olive for the Trojans. King University trying to stay alive. Everyone holds their breath as Aziz sends it. And Harris keeps it alive. Great work. It's up in the air. Toby Aziz saves it. Ferguson back over and the Trojans stay alive. It's up in the net. Pushed back. And no net violation on the play. It looked like they hit the net, but they're going to say the ball did the work. And King University get the point after that impressive save from number 9, Toby Aziz. As it's going to be now Ryan Sumersono from Victor, New York to come in to serve. Back across to Gillespie. And Gillespie finds Kim. Kim slow to get down, the 6'6 stature. Hasn't been the quickest going low, as we see another replay. When he gets in the backcourt, he uses his reflexes to stay in the air, doesn't like to dive, is what we've been seeing so far. Is now number 8, Blake Hosich, comes in to serve. Blake Hosich to serve. Trojans 3 points away here from a second set victory as it's floated over. Harris back across. And JT Depp just absolutely detonates here in the Trojans. to cut it to a 1-point deficit. JT Depp to serve, the 6'3 senior from Wisconsin now. As Petro Gonzalez checks out. Floated into the backcourt. Aziz over. Quick set. Blocked. Stayed alive. Back to Gillespie. Explodes off the hands. Out of the 6'6 reach of Kim. And the Trojans get a very important point to keep this 2-point advantage as we're going to have a replay. Oh boy, folks. This one's a tense one here in the second round. In the second set, as it will now be number 3, Luke Visgitis to serve. Free ball over. Ferguson back to Toby Aziz, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Superman flies from the backcourt and absolutely releases a cannon, denting the hardwood here as it goes through the legs of libero Noah Melendez. Trojans 1 point away from taking a 2-0 lead here at Carnegie Arena. Free ball over. Trojans go back to Aziz, and they get the point. Trojans win the second set and take a 2-0 advantage here in the Conference Carolina semifinals. King now will have to win 3 consecutive sets if they want to book their ticket to the finals. I'm Michael DeLeo. We'll go to break here on the Trojan Sports Network. Welcome back, volleyball fans. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here. Wherever you're from, we're going to have a replay of that big point that gave the Trojans a second set win of a score of 25-21. As you see, a big finish here, no other than the Australian man, Toby Aziz, as he explodes from the back line to attack that one. The fans here loving it at Carnegie Arena as the Trojans currently up 2-0 in sets. They'll need to win one more and book their trip to the finals of the Conference Carolinas playoffs. Remember, Nationals this year taking place at UCLA in Los Angeles. I'm sure any team in the conference here in Conference Carolinas would love to go and have a chance at the national championship. Trojans came into the season as one of the favorites to do so and move on to nationals and trying to take care of business here against King University. Trojans finished in the 3rd seed because of some key injuries to Toby Aziz and a few other players throughout the season. They were 11-3 in the conference and felt like they should have been perfect, as no other than the libero, number 14, the junior Trevor Trezor, gets the crowd into this, trying to make some extra noise here. It's going to be Jared Ferguson to serve for the Trojans. Pass up at the net. And great work there from Sarnowski with the big jump set as he fights over the 7'3" wingspan of Pedro Gonzalez to tip it through as he comes up to serve. He'll float this one over. Aziz over to Ferguson, back across to Aziz. It's up at the net off the block. Pancaked. King University trying to get something into this as JT Depp looks towards his father in the stands and gives a big let's go. Like I said, a lot of family of King University coming to support. And I'm sure the fans that traveled all this way for King University a little frustrated with how King University have played so far and want their side to get going. And this 2-0 lead looking good so far for King. But Pedro Gonzalez just has to be more aggressive at the net. Hit it harder when it comes to that sandwich. You're a big guy, you have that wingspan. No one should be able to defend you without those 50-50 balls, but allowing little players to come in and take it away from them. As a quick set to Luke Visgitis off the hands, kept alive. Back across to Luke Visgitis off the hands. It's over. Depp off the hands, out of play. And King University quickly with a 3-0 lead. In the sport of volleyball, no lead is safe. Trojans won the first 2 sets, but will have to win another set to close it out. It'll be difficult to do so here against King University as the ball is floated over. Aziz back to Gonzalez. And right now, King University with a 4-0 lead. And if you're head coach Keohoho, you might be thinking timeout early to try to stop this momentum built from the tornado. As Sarnowski comes to serve, he'll float it over. Back to Toby Aziz. And Toby Aziz, says, let me take care of that one. And give his team the first point here in the 3rd set. We're going to have a replay as Aziz now comes to serve. Head coach Keohoho deciding to go with Trevor Trezor, the libero, a little bit more here than usual. The junior is a phenomenal libero, but head coach Keohoho not always deciding to go with him, but here doing so, and has paid off so far to start as that serve from Aziz goes long, and Kim will come up to serve with a 4-point lead. And Kim gifts a point back to the Trojans. Trojans will take that one as Toby Aziz shakes his head knowing he shouldn't have had that service there. But here comes Pedro Gonzalez. He's been as inconsistent as it gets from the line. Can he get some serves over here for his side? And Pedro Gonzalez goes long. And once again, I feel like if I'm head coach Keohoho, I just tell Pedro Gonzalez, just keep it in play. You don't have to hit the money shot every time. Just send it over. Give your team a chance to play. Is now number 14. Kennedy comes. It's up at the net. One-handed set. And that's good volleyball, folks. One-handed set from Ferguson to one-handed poke through from the Visgitis twin. We're going to have a replay of that one. Good job there from Eric Visgitis as he finds the court. Trojans down 3. Got to get the serves over, though. Give credit here to Ryan Boer head coach of the King University side, trying to work the officials every chance they get, try to buy the next call. Understandably so, down 2-0. They're looking for anything as now the serve comes from Luke Visgitis. Head coach Kehoho looking on calmly. And oh boys, ladies and gentlemen, service errors. More of the story here right now in this third set for the Trojans. They've had 4 of them, as now it will be JT Det to serve. Ferguson gets it back across to Gillespie. And once again, Kim extremely slow to get down. Unfortunate for him and his side. Seems to be a step slow out there at the moment. As Tyron Gillespie comes up to serve. Kim over Sarnowski. Back across to Det. It's up at the air. Back across to Kim. And Kim does his own backcourt jump impression. As we're going to have a replay of that one. 6'4" senior Aaron Milstead tries to get his bench going here. Harris sends the ball over. Up to Ferguson. Back across to Aziz. Harris keeps it alive. And Ferguson says, "Give me that." And does his own work to get a point. And the kill. We're going to have a replay as we see that perfectly timed hit. Harris did a great job to keep it alive. But Ferguson makes sure to finish off the play. Eric Visgitis now first team all conference. Got named earlier today. We'll send it over. Tarnowski back across to Harris. Off the hands and another point. King University playing with a 4-point lead. And give credit to this King side. Never easy when you go down 2-0 in sets. But they're trying to keep their season alive here as they have a 9-5 lead. Bergson back to Aziz, off the hands. Harris. It's going to be back set to Kim. He'll just have to play this over. Ferguson back set to Aziz. Stuffed at the net. Kept up. Aziz just pops it over. Trojans reset. Back across to Kim. And King take a 5-point lead. We're going to have a replay of that one. And King University looking really good right now. What will Kehoho do? He smiles toward Jared Ferguson and says, "Jump higher." Easier said than done, of course. But just shows how calm Kehoho is, the head coach of the Trojans. He's not feared at all. As that ball goes out of play and a point for the Trojans. This is the 4th year for head coach Kehoho. His side lost in the conference championship final. Last year, the Belmont Abbey Trojans beat Belmont Abbey in the quarters this year. Looking to beat King and move on to the finals where North Greenville awaits the winner of this semifinal. Sarnowski, quick set, out of play, Trojan point. And the official giving the change here says there was a tip, and the point will go to King University. And this is where Ryan Booher, who has worked the officials all game, finally gets his call. That was a close one to see. I'm not sure if he got it, but they gave it to him. He was pretty frustrated. And Trojans say, "Give me that one back. Thank you very much." And the Trojans cut back into this one. We're going to have a replay of that one. Toby Aziz coming to serve. Just got to put it in play. Can't afford any errors at this point. Good pass. Over to Kim. Blocked. Falls. Point. Out of bounds. Point to King. King looking good here in the third set. That was a close one. But point goes and King will come to serve. Pass up to Ferguson. Quick set to Luke Visgitis. Net violation, Trojan point. No better place to be than Carnegie Arena for this Friday night semifinal. Fans here having the time of their life, understandably. A lot of signs out in the crowd. Friends, family supporting. I'm having a great time. Players are having a great time. Hope you're having a great time at home. As Gonzalez sends the ball over. It's up at the net. Back set to Depper. And they're going to call a net violation there on Gillespie. Point back to King. Feels like King has had a 5-point advantage now for the last 10 minutes. They've just been playing with this and keeping it going point for point. Trojans have to make a run soon if they're going to want to get back into this one, but it's going to be Kellen Kennedy to serve. Ferguson, quick set. And yeah, that's going to look pretty good. As number 14, Kennedy, unable to deal with it. We're going to have a replay. The New York man will go to the bench for a breather. As libero Noah Melendez checks in, the 5'10 senior from Puerto Rico. Luke Visgitis to serve. He also garnered first team all-conference earlier today, but serves have just been off. And something to note, folks, the Trojans have been playing on the left side of your screen, on the left side of the court all season long. Due to COVID, teams do not change sides anymore after sets. As a big point comes there from Eric Visgitis, and the Trojans cut this 1-4. We're going to have a replay. But what I was trying to say is Trojans have been used to playing on the left side. Yes, they're up 2-0 now, but can this affect them and help King University? We'll see, though, as it's going to be Gillespie to serve. He floats it over, falls long, and King University once again obtain their 5-point lead. How long will head coach Keohoho go without a timeout? I feel like he might just need to give his side a breather. As Harris serves, Ferguson gets it back to Aziz. Net violation once again. Trojan point. Right now, both sides just giving point and point back again. It feels like there's been more errors than actual kills this set. As we're going to have substitution. Eric Visgitis checks out. And it's going to be number 1, Tristan Schraudner, the freshman from Mount Wolf, Pennsylvania, up to serve. Deep breath, ladies and gentlemen. As the serve goes long, and I feel like possibly the long serves, because of not being used to playing on this side of the court, something to think about. But once again, 5-point lead towards King University. The Tornado looking good here. They'll take every point they can get. But I mentioned earlier, who would be the team that pulls out the win? It's going to be the team that has less errors. Trojans got to clean it up. Ball kept alive. Good work there. Back across to Harris. Off the net. It's going to go over. Kept alive once again. Over to Kim at the net. Off the hands. Out of play. King take a 6-point lead. And here it is. Head coach Keohoho of the Trojans uses a timeout. That'll bring us to break. You're watching the Trojan Sports Network, part of the Conference Carolinas digital network.
Lamb dealership, our rule is the golden rule. We treat you the way you'd want to be treated, with respect. So come see us today.
Here at Matthews Motors.
At Matthews Motors.
At Matthews Motors.
At Matthews Motors.
The walking man and the woman's friend.
YMCA breaking out here at Carnegie Arena. Fans are into it, trying to get their Trojans back in this third set. Trojans won the first two sets 25-19, 25-21 respectively, but trail 17-11 currently to King University. King University getting a lot of help from the Trojans. The Trojans have just had error after error so far in the set. Serve goes long, and maybe the Trojans use this for momentum. Trojans need to clean up their serve, so if they're going to have any chance, as it'll be Jared Ferguson to serve. Service comes. Harris up at the net. Kept alive. Back across to Luke Visgitis. Off the hands. Kept alive. Back across to Kim. Off the hands. Off the face. And Kim does his best Scott Sterling impression as he uses his face to get it over the net, and it falls in to give a 6-point lead back to King University. And Pedro Gonzalez struggling right now at the net. It seems every 50-50 ball not going his way as he will be substituted. Not substituted, sorry. Comes back over on the left side of the court. We'll see if he can clean it up at the net for the Trojans. A little bit of a wet floor situation here, just mopping things up. Don't want anyone getting injured, of course. As now it's going to be Jack Sarnowski to serve. Serve comes. Off the hands, out of bounds, Trojan point. And if you're the Trojans, you got to be 1 point at a time now. You find yourself stuck 5. You got to bring it to 1 or 2 here without giving a point. King University good enough to close off any set. Trojans know this. It'll be Aziz to serve. Sarnowski back across to Depp. Off the hands. Falls in. And the Trojans give up another point. King University, though, got to give credit to them, looking extremely good here in this third set. The head coach here for King University has been seated pretty much the entire contest as he just watches on patiently. Just shows how confident he is in his side. Like I said, he's been coaching 13 seasons. He's seen it all. He's been up 2-0 and lost. He's been down 0-2 and has come back. He knows anything is possible. He's letting his guys play out here, and it's working for them as they find themselves up 6. As Kim comes to serve. Gillespie over to Ferguson. And Melendez unable to deal with that one. And another point to the Trojans. Down 5 now. We're going to have a replay. As Pedro Gonzalez will get checked out of this game. Head coach Gehoho not leaving any chances with Pedro Gonzalez up to serve. He'll sub him out and bring in Blake Hostich. Hostich floats it over. Kim over Sarnowski. Back across to Depp. And I got to tell you folks, 6'3 seniors JT Depp has woken up here in the third set. We're going to have a replay of that as well, as you just saw. Gonzalez checks back in. Trojans down 6. As it's actually going to be the libero. Trevor Treasure checking in. Aziz over to Ferguson. Quick set. It's going to stay alive. Back across to Harris. Timed, kept alive at the net. Harris back across. It's going to be high. Denied at the net. Still alive. Harris will have his shot. And ladies and gentlemen, King University has awoken. They are playing phenomenal volleyball here, and that's going to force Keohoho to call his final timeout here in the third set. That'll bring us to break. You're watching the Trojan Sports Network. King trying to fight back.
Easy Bait and Tackle is your one-stop shop for everything saltwater fishing. With our full-time pro staff and vast knowledge of fishing, we know exactly what it takes to get you out on the water and catching more fish. Our wide selection of saltwater gear is carried year-round to help you get ready for your next ocean adventure. Easy Bait and Tackle has the largest tackle selection on the East Coast and is the official tackle shop of the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Come see us at 2049 Highway 117 South, Goldsboro.
Welcome back, volleyball fans. We're getting ready after that timeout from head coach Gail Ho-Ho. Just wanted to give his side a little bit of a breather, settle things down. His team is down 7 here, and we'll have to fight up a mountain to win this third set. If you're a fan of the Trojans, a little bit of a knot in your stomach. Always difficult to close out any contest, no matter who you're playing, as the Trojans look to finally get that third set win. On the other hand, if you're a fan of King University, you get just a glimpse of hope, a little bit of optimism. As you can see, King is doing extremely well here in this third set. They know they can beat the Trojans. The Trojans know they can beat King. It's just a matter of who will be able to pull it out. Harris keeps it alive. Back to Kim. And Kim jumped from the attack line. He has his whole foot was on the line, and that's a pretty easy call for the official. Trojans quickly get 2 back. Slowly and surely, though, the Trojans will have to crawl back in. Luke Visgitis to serve. Harris up to Cernowski. Back across. And good work here from number 4, JT Depp. Depp has just been absolutely magnificent here in the third set. He's quickly the player to talk about. As the dump set doesn't work. Goes back to Harris. He'll tip it. And another point for King. King now 2 points away from taking a win here in the third set. King University need this to stay alive. Looking to force a fourth set. Depp sends it over. Back across to Aziz. Trojans getting another point there. Dangerous play there from Melendez. Running over into the fans' area. Running into some bleachers. Seems to be okay, though. Has a smile on his face. Trojans down 6. Gillespie to serve. Sarnowski back to Harris. Off the hands. And once again, the blocking here from the Trojans just hasn't been up to par. Definitely easier said than done, though. Harris jumps extremely high. Pretty much looking down at the court when he gets the hit. King University. One more point to take the third set. It's going to be off the face of Harris. He says he's all right. Seems to be all right. Trojans get one back, but Trojans will need to get 6 consecutive points just to stay alive here. Not impossible. But King University trying to put this one to bed. And Sarnowski says good night in the third set and gives his team a win. We're going to have a replay of that one. Trojans lose the third set. Still trail 2-1 overall. King University will try to tie this one up in the fourth set. Trojans will look to finish it. It's tense volleyball here in Conference Carolina's playoffs. We're going to break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, all you beautiful people, here to Carnegie Arena for the start of this fourth set, as we're going to have a replay of that winning point from King University in the third. King University playing with some momentum. Their fans who traveled a long way from Tennessee supporting on here. There's optimism from the Kings side. The Trojans, though, trying to take care of business. Trojans won the first set 25-19, the second 25-21. And then King University being victorious in the third set 25-18 to extend the semifinal matchup. It's going to be the Trojans to serve. And something I want to mention here is the mano-a-mano matchup of Jared Ferguson and Jack Sarnowski, the two setters here. Sarnowski to serve. Ferguson with 35 assists, Sarnowski with 30, who will help their team be victorious. As that's going to help, as safe to say, Ferguson loves to go to Toby Aziz whenever he wants to. We're going to have a replay of that one. And if I'm head coach of the Trojans, head coach Keohoho, I say go to Toby Aziz as much as I can. He was bringing you success in the first and second. Kind of went away from him there in the third. Allow King to get into early lead. I say keep going to the man until he fails to accomplish, as that serve comes in, misses long, and ties this one up. The only downside right now to Toby Aziz seems to be his serving. And still, once again, just a little too much power, as Kim will come to serve. Kept alive, Ferguson to Pedro Gonzalez. Gonzalez doing his best there to just force it over. We're going to have a replay of that one. And he's 7-3 that he mistimes the jump. It still just doesn't matter. Look at this. Jumps a little early, but able to get it off the end of his fingertip and send it over. Gonzalez to serve. If you're Gonzalez, you got to put it in play. Got to give your team some trust in you at the serving line. And that'll help. Sarnowski back across to depth. Off the hands of Gillespie. No. Get that garbage out of here, Gillespie says, as we have a 3-1 lead here for the Trojans, as that hits the hardwood. Trojans now up 3-1. No internationals on this King University side. Definitely uncharacteristic here in Conference Carolina. There's a lot of internationals on the team. We see here for the Trojans, at least we have 3 internationals, 2 from New Zealand, 1 from Australia in the starting lineup. As Toby Aziz keeps it up, it's going to stay alive. What a play by Aziz. Kim over to Sarnowski, back across to Harris, off the hands. Back across to Luke Visgitis. It's up in the net. Harris hammers it, and Luke Visgitis says no. Puts it back where it came from as he denies it and gives his team a 4-1 lead. Fans are loving it here. Bench is loving it. I'm loving it. How you enjoying it back home is the question as Pedro Gonzalez comes to serve once again. Pedro serves, kept alive. Sarnowski back across to Harris. And what a hit from Harris, who once again proving to be just an absolutely lethal player. Comes in at a 6'1 stature. We're going to have a replay of that one. But seems to hit us everywhere. Suetonius Harris, the name. You better remember it, folks. And right now, the serve coming over from the King. Gillespie over to Ferguson. Back to Eric Visgitis. And crowd getting loud here, and understandably so. We're going to have a replay of that one, as that one gets absolutely hammered over and falls in for a point. Serve now from Luke Visgitis. Service error once again. Visgitis twins have struggled so far from the service line. Got to clean it up, though. Trojans up 2. If you want to put this King University side to bed, can't be giving them simple errors like that. As Gillespie gets blocked to the net. Back across to Harris. It's in. And Harris just trying to get his side going a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, Harris, Suetonius Harris, just absolutely putting on a show right now. Trying to keep his side in this contest. It's high at the net. Sandwiched as number 6 senior Aaron Milstead flexes. Calls Jared Ferguson a little low. A little bit of showboating going on. Not sure about that. We're going to have a replay. His team's side is down 2-1 overall. Got to win this set as that serve goes long, out of bounds. And a point for the Trojans. Time and place for showboating. Not now when you're down. We'll see if karma bites King University. But right now, Trojans back to serve. Up to the net. It's going to be called out. The linesman not seeming to know what she's, she's been so good all evening, and now just a few missed calls. That serve was clearly out. That hit was clearly out. And, of course, the Trojans will get the point. Harris will get a chance. Gets blocked, falls, and the Trojans get another point. Ryan Boer absolutely complaining to the officials whenever replay of that one. Ryan Boer not happy with the officiating. Letting it here, trying to buy the next call possibly, but it's going to be Tyron Gillespie to serve. Floated over. Kim up to the net. Blocked. It'll stay in. Back to Harris. Out. And they're going to say there was a tip on the hit. Yeah, that's the right call. Little bit of tip going out of bounds, and King University gets a call back. Off the hands, kept alive by Harris. Back set to depth. And ladies and gentlemen, King University will not go down without a fight. They're trying to keep their season alive and fight back into this one. Stressful times here at Carnegie Arena. Trojans trying to close out. King trying to keep their season alive. Back across to Aziz. And Ferguson with an errant set. Something that doesn't happen often. Head coach Gaya Ho-Ho nervously looking on. Usually don't see this look from him. Usually a very poised man. Harris now sends it over. Bump set to Aziz. He'll just send this one over. It's high. Hits off the roof 3, 4, 5 times. And he'll just head over. Kept alive once again. Good work by Sarnowski. Back to Harris in the backcourt. Off the hands. Kept alive. Over to Toby Aziz. And Toby Aziz doing Toby Aziz things. We're going to have a replay of that one, as that's a big point here in the middle of this fourth set. Fans are on their feet here at Carnegie Arena. And can you blame them? Eric Visgitis sends it over. Tarnowski over to Kim. Kept up. Going to over. Sarnowski back to Kim. Off the hands. And that point goes to King. And they'll tie this one up at 9. Oh boy, folks. No matter who you are a fan of or a neutral fan, this is an incredible volleyball game all around. A lot of action both ways. King University giving the Trojans everything they could ask for, as the Trojans just trying to get some momentum going and close out, get back to their form in the first and second set. As Milstead comes to serve. Kept alive. Dump set by Ferguson. He flexes his muscles. And the head official now saying to Ryan Boer, stop complaining. And I agree. Ryan Boer has just been going at the side official all contest, trying to get every call he can. Head official trying to put an end to it, as it's going to go back to Harris. And Harris explodes and keeps his team in this as he ties this one up at 10. We're going to have a replay of that one. Good work there from Harris to just absolutely explode. And seems to be the number one option right now. Kim with 14 kills, Harris with 13. As the serve now floats in. It's up at the net. Quick set, quick point once again. We're going to have a replay. And it's just a beauty to watch. Sometimes that quick set can get blocked when it's red, but when it's not red, it's opening up a free lane down the middle. Visgitis twins, the masters at it. Along working with their setter, Ferguson. Really is the beauty to watch as Aziz serves. Sarnowski back across, hit down, point Trojans. We're going to have a replay of that one. A lot of replays in this game, folks. Understandably so. It's been a highlight reel from both sides. As he's coming to serve once again. Head coach Keohoho screaming at his players, let's go. He's animated, and when you see this, you know it means it's go time. Free ball over. Up at the net. Back set. Punished. Out of bounds. And we're going to have a replay. Trojans get a big point, find themselves up 3. Can they extend this lead? Toby Aziz. Coming to serve. And just misses long and went for the ace there, but isn't going to pay off as it goes out of bounds. It gives a point back to King University. You hate to see it, but it is what it is. Just got to keep playing. Kim coming to serve now. And Kim will give this one right back. Head coach Ryan Boer not pleased with him on that one. And it just seems as this game progresses, Brewer gets just a little more stressed on the sideline there, trying to keep his King University side and their season alive. As Pedro Gonzalez up to serve. Sends it over. Sartowski over to Harris. And Harris once again with the answer. Just beautiful stuff here from Suetonius Harris from Virginia. Wearing the white shoes. He's been exploding all contest. Surely he's got to get tired soon. Ferguson, quick set. And Eric Visgitis finishing this one off. Something about Luke and Eric Visgitis, we're going to have a replay of that one, is they are both fifth-year seniors. They were asked, do you want to come back and have one last run at the Conference Carolinas Championship? And they were quick to say yes. And here they are in the semifinals trying to move on to the finals. As Luke Visgitis up to serve. It's up at the net. Across, blocked, Ferguson, point. We're going to have a replay of that one. Fans here, Carnegie Arena on their feet. It is stressful times, ladies and gentlemen. Trojans versus Tornadoes, who will be victorious and join North Greenville in the Conference Carolinas Finals tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Luke Visgitis gets another serve into the net, slams the ball behind him. A little bit of frustration showing as it will now be number 4, JT Depp, up to serve. He floats this one over. Aziz gets it over to Ferguson. Back across to Gillespie, explodes, hits the backcourt, hits the point, and gives his Trojan side a 4-point lead. We're going to have a replay of that one, folks, as he paints the outside corner. Serve comes over. Back across to Depp. Block from Aziz. Point Trojans. And that will force a timeout from Ryan Boer. Trojans up 5. Looking to move on to the conference finals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back after this timeout from the head coach. Ryan Boer, as it's going to be Gillespie to serve. He'll float this one over. Harris sends it over. Sarnowski. Harris will get it back. Kept alive. Kim gets it. Over to Sarnowski. Back to cross to Harris. Off the hands. Up at the net. Poked over. Stays alive. Sarnowski to Harris for the third time. On the net. Point Trojans. This place is on their feet. King fans looking on. Can they get some hope? Can something go King's way for them to get back into this one? Or can the Trojans move on to the conference championship finals? Gillespie serves. And hands back the point. Another service error here in this game. It's just been all over the place from both teams. Serve now from Harris. Floated over. Back across to Aziz. Out of play. Trojan point. Toby Aziz gets up high with the best of them. One of the best players in the United States. Can he help guide his side to UCLA Conference Carolinas Championship? This is the semifinals. North Greenville waiting in the finals tomorrow night. As Kim will now get a chance. Hits up at the net. Stays alive. Sent back over. Defense resets for the Trojans. Kept alive. And Pedro Gonzalez, the 7'3" wingspan. And they're going to say net violation. Point for King. And Jared Ferguson, the captain of this Trojan side, is trying to argue here with the official. Look to me. Right now, a little bit of a break going on as it looks like setter Sarnowski has opened up his finger. He's bleeding quite a bit from his left thumb. And we'll have to get taped up here. And that'll bring us to break. We'll be back in a few. Don't go anywhere. And we're back here, volleyball fans. Looked like Jack Sarnowski had opened up his finger, was bleeding quite a bit. Got it taped and cleaned it up as he's now back into this game. A little bit of a break. Does this help King University? Serve comes. It's floated over. Over to Ferguson. Back across. Off the hands. Up in the air. Will they go to Aziz again? They do. Aziz hammers it home and gets his side the next point. We're going to have a replay of that one. And if you're the Trojans, it's 1 point at a time at this point. Who will be victorious? That is the question we enter this game. Who will be in the finals to play North Greenville Crusaders tomorrow night? Ferguson at the line. Trojans need 4 more points to make it possible. Serve comes over. Sarnowski over to Kim. And Kim answers back. Kim has just been impressive all contest. Service errors, though. Mount Olive has had 23 service errors this contest. King University only 11. Trojans have given up too many points here. Will come back to bite them. Aziz now just sends the dead ball over. Trojans set defensively. Kim finds it through. Back across to Aziz. Off the hands. Harris keeps it alive. Over to Kim. And no chance. No chance for the Trojans. King University. And there's going to be talking on the floor. Ferguson was calling for interference, possibly. We'll see what goes on. We'll stay here with you. Fans just cheering on, and this place has become rowdy. The producer here for your game, Nicholas Clark, commentating here. We call him Nico here. Yeah, just got a slap on the wrist from that one. It's Nikolai Clark. I know that. A little nervous on my end. So sorry, Nikolai. And that's going to be a big point to King University. And it's going to be called out of play. So it looks like that point will be taken away. And it looks like they're going to replay the point here. King University absolutely annoyed. Rightfully so. And we'll have a lead of 21-16. And that's what we'll have. They're going to replay the point. Serve comes. Ferguson back across to Aziz. Explodes. It's in the backcourt. Out of bounds. Trojans point. Trojans now 3 points away, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to force a timeout from Ryan Boer. And he's absolutely animated on the sidelines. And that's going to bring us to break. I'm Michael Vallejo. You're watching the Trojan Sports Network, partner of the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. And we're back, volleyball fans. It's going to be Toby Aziz to serve. Trojans need 3 points to move to the conference finals. It's going to be Aziz to serve. Harris sends a free ball over. Passed over to Ferguson. Quick set to Gonzalez. Up. Great work to go under the net to keep it alive. Over to Gillespie. No! Blocked out of bounds. Trojan point. Trojans 2 points away from moving to the conference championships. Oh boy, folks. Toby Aziz unloads the cannon. Too much for the block to deal with. Trojans serving. It's a free ball at the net. Gonzalez. Trojans get another point. And right now, it looks like King University are ready to fight the head official. King University being completely unprofessional here. They need to calm down. It's getting out of hand. Good call by the official. It's going to be a serve from Toby Aziz. Can the Trojans win the conference here? The shot for the semifinals victory to move to the Conference Carolinas Finals. It's a point, and the Trojans win! Trojans are going to the Conference Carolinas Finals. University of Mount Olive beat King University and are heading to the Conference Finals Championship tomorrow night. I'm Michael DeLeo. We're going to have a replay. No replay, actually. We're going to have a replay of that winning point. Nikolai Clark producing this with us as we see the two-touch go over, and the Trojans move on to the finals. I'm Michael DeLeo. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back with some post-game stats. And we're back here, volleyball fans. I'm joined with Mr. Jared Ferguson. Jared, congratulations, my man. How's it feel?
Oh, it's honestly relieving. Absolutely relieving. Super proud of the boys and how they came out tonight. Shout out to the crowd. They were absolutely awesome. And honestly, we can't wait for tomorrow. But we're going to rest up and take our time. Enjoy this moment.
Well said. Definitely got to enjoy it. And with playing tomorrow at 6:30, less than 24 hours to recover, what's going through the mind knowing you have to play a great NGU side?
Yeah, tomorrow's definitely not going to be no easy match. So, the boys are going to head back to the locker room, discuss some points, and honestly, just get straight to bed. Recover that body, wake up early, get some stretching in, and honestly, just do as much as we can to prepare ourselves for tomorrow night, because it is a quick turnaround.
Well said. And this big win here in front of the home crowd, a lot of seniors on your team. It's kind of like a last run for most of you guys, and the chance at nationals being such a possibility. What has just your career here at Mount Olive really meant to you?
Oh, it's meant everything. Coming in from all the way from New Zealand, I took a bit of a gamble. No visit to University of Mount Olive, so our team, culture, family, it's everything, and coaches, along with the seniors and the people that I came in with, have created that culture here, and it's awesome to see it tonight. I think it's really a product of what we've created over the 4 years.
And congratulations on your first team selection to Conference Carolinas as well, you and the twins, Eric Visgitis and Luke Visgitis, and just so pleased with everything that's been going on. And you can tell how many people are proud of you guys, and it really is just this culture here at Mount Olive, this family atmosphere helping you guys out.
Exactly, yeah. Once again, shout out to the crowd for coming out tonight. You guys really make a difference, and shout out to my mum and dad and the crowd all the way from New Zealand.
Yes, sir. There you go. That's Jared Ferguson. Once again, I'm Michael DeLeo. I'll be here with you tomorrow night as North Greenville University takes on University of Mount Olive Trojans. I'm Michael DeLeo. Don't miss us tomorrow night for the championship final. Be safe. Have a good one.
Good no-look pass. Matthias Caver.